You've been told it's just a deck of cards, just a tool for fortune tellers, just a game born in the medieval world filled with superstition and imagination. But that's a lie. The tarot was never meant for prediction. It was created for transformation. Long before it became a curiosity, long before it was printed in mass-market gloss, tarot was a sacred system, a coded map for the soul. 22 cards, 22 archetypes, 22 initiations. Together, they form the Major Arcana, not a random sequence, but a precise spiritual journey encoded in symbol, number, image, and myth. And this journey isn't just mythic, it's personal. Because the tarot doesn't describe someone else's story, it describes yours. You are the fool stepping into the unknown. You are the magician learning to wield energy with intention. You are the hermit retreating to seek the light within. You are death shedding what no longer serves. You are the world coming full circle, only to begin again. The tarot doesn't tell the future. It reflects your frequency. Each card you pull is not random. It's a mirror, a message, an invitation to step into the next layer of your evolution. And every symbol on every card was placed there with purpose. The serpent, the staff, the pillars, the crown, the moon, the veil. These are not decorative. They are keys encoded in plain sight, waiting for you to remember how to read them. Because the tarot wasn't made for entertainment. It was made for initiation. Passed down in secret, preserved in mystery schools, hidden in plain sight, disguised as a game so it could survive. And now, as collective consciousness rises, the tarot is reawakening, not as a superstition, but as a spiritual technology, a system that maps your psyche, activates your archetypes, and guides your transformation if you know how to listen. So, in this video, we won't ask, what card will I pull today? We'll ask, what part of myself am I ready to meet? Because the tarot isn't about fate, it's about frequency. It doesn't predict your future, it reveals your path. And it starts with remembering. Most people think tarot began in the 15th century, a card game for nobles in Renaissance Europe, printed, painted, played. But if you stop there, you miss the entire point. Because the tarot didn't begin as a game, it began as a code. A sacred language of symbol and archetype, a visual scripture passed through veils of secrecy, a memory from a time before time. Some say it originated in ancient Egypt in the mystery schools of Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing. Others trace it through the esoteric corridors of Kabbalah, Hermetic philosophy, and the inner teachings of the Gnostics and alchemists. One thing is certain: the tarot was not created, it was preserved. Guarded through ages of suppression, through the burning of libraries, the silencing of mystics, the rise of institutions that feared the inner path. Because unlike religion, tarot didn't demand belief. It offered direct initiation. Each card is a key. Each key opens a door, and behind each door is a deeper level of self-awareness. This is why initiates and adepts encoded it in allegory. They knew the power of symbol could bypass censorship and speak directly to the subconscious. The early tarot decks weren't meant to be read by the masses. They were created as spiritual blueprints, maps of the psyche, diagrams of ascension. The Fool's journey through the Major Arcana is not a linear tale. It's a spiral of soul evolution. And each archetype within it, it's not just a character, it's a force. The High Priestess is not a woman. She's the embodiment of inner knowing. The Tower is not destruction. It's the cracking of illusion. The Devil is not evil. It's bondage to false identity. These weren't meant for prediction. They were meant for remembering. And that's why the tarot has survived. Because symbols are harder to kill than truth. They live on in art, in dreams, in intuition. They find their way back to the seekers, the wanderers, the mystics, to those who feel that the world they've been shown is missing something. If you've ever held a tarot card and felt a shiver, if you've ever stared into an image and felt like it was staring back, you've touched this lineage. You've remembered something you were never taught, but always knew. Because tarot is not entertainment, it's a mirror, not for your face, but for your essence. And the Major Arcana, they are the alphabet of your soul. You didn't find the tarot found you. And now it's time to listen. There are 78 cards in a tarot deck, but 22 of them are different: sacred, archetypal, initiatory. These are the Major Arcana, the spiritual spine of the tarot, and together they tell a story. Not just any story, your story. Because the Major Arcana was never meant to be read like fortune. It was written as a map of the soul, a sequence of 22 gates the soul passes through on its journey from innocence to awakening to transcendence. And it begins not with a king or a priest, but with a fool. 0. The fool. The leap into incarnation. The fool is not foolish. He is free. He carries no past, no plan, just trust. He is the soul, stepping off the edge of the unknown, diving into earth, into body, into time. This is birth, the beginning of your spiritual journey, pure potential, unshaped, unafraid. But the moment you enter the world, the journey begins. XXI, the of awakening. Each card that follows is not just an image, it's a lesson, a stage of evolution. You meet the magician, your will, your tools, your power, the high priestess, your intuition, your mystery, your inner world, the empress creation, embodiment, abundance, the emperor structure, order, identity. Already, you begin to form, to learn how spirit moves through matter, how inner becomes outer, how light becomes law. Then comes the Hierophant tradition, systems, the inherited path, followed by the lovers, your first true choice. Will you walk the path they gave you, or will you choose your own? The Chariot teaches control. Strength shows you inner mastery. The Hermit leads you inward to light your own lamp. Each card a mirror, each step a deepening. Justice, the Hanged Man, death, not just events, but shifts in consciousness. You begin to see through the illusion. You begin to awaken. And then you meet the Tower. The collapse, the shattering, the moment everything you thought was true crumbles, not to destroy you, but to liberate you. From there, you rise. The star hope reborn. The moon, the shadows you must cross. The sun, your radiant essence remembered. Judgment, not punishment, but calling, a resurrection of your higher self. And finally, the world. Completion, integration, the dance of spirit and form in perfect balance. But here's the secret. The world is not the end. It's the beginning of a new spiral. Because after every awakening, you become the fool again, but on a higher octave. This is the real magic of the Major Arcana. It doesn't tell you what's coming. It shows you where you are on the path of becoming. It meets you where you're stuck. It reflects what you're resisting. It offers the next step, not in fortune, but in frequency. You don't read the cards, you live them. Because the fool isn't someone else, it's you. And this isn't a deck. It's a journey home. You've seen the cards, maybe even pulled them, but have you ever truly looked? Because every image in the tarot, every hand, every crown, every animal, gesture, color, number, was placed with intention. These are not illustrations. They are glyphs of consciousness. To the untrained eye, they seem decorative, but to the initiate, they are a living language, one that bypasses logic and speaks directly to your subconscious. Let's decode it. The language of symbols. Symbols are the oldest language on Earth, older than alphabets, more powerful than words. Why? Because a symbol doesn't tell you what to think. It awakens what you already know. It opens memory. This is why ancient traditions from Egypt to Tibet to the Gnostic texts used symbols to transmit hidden knowledge. And tarot? It's one of the most complete symbolic systems ever created. Colors as frequencies. Every color in the Major Arcana resonates with a vibrational truth. Red, passion, willpower, survival. Blue, truth, clarity, divine communication. Green, heart, centered alignment, growth. Gold, illumination, divine presence. Black, the unknown, the unconscious initiation. Colors aren't just design, they are vibrations made visible. When you meditate on a card, the colors speak directly to your field. Numbers as keys. Each card has a number, and each number is a portal. Asterisk 0, the Fool. Infinite potential. Void. All possibilities. Asterisk 1, the Magician. Creation. Initiation. The Spark. Asterisk 3, the Empress. Growth. Fertility. Harmony of body, mind, soul. Asterisk 7, the Chariot. Spiritual mastery through challenge. Asterisk 13, death, transformation, sacred endings, rebirth. Asterisk 21, the world, completion, unity, transcendence. These numbers align with numerology, Kabbalah, and the structure of the tree of life. They are not arbitrary. They are vibrational coordinates. Animals as archetypes. Asterisk, the lion, strength, untamed instinct, raw life force. Asterisk, the serpent, the magician, wisdom, kundalini, hidden power. Asterisk, the eagle, the world, higher vision, divine perspective. Asterisk, the dog, the fool, loyalty, instinct, earthly grounding. Every animal represents a layer of the psyche, a companion or a shadow depending on how it appears. Hands and gestures. Notice how often hands appear in the cards. Raised upward, channeling divine energy, pointing down, grounding power into matter, holding tools, control, mastery, open hands, surrender, receptivity. These aren't just poses, they are mudras, energetic signals that activate your nervous system. The magician points up and down, as above, so below. The hermit's lantern isn't just a light, it's the light of inner truth. Every gesture is a transmission. Sacred geometry in the background. The two pillars and the high priestess, they mirror the entrance to Solomon's temple, Boaz and Jachin. They represent duality, light and dark, masculine and feminine, hidden and revealed. The wheel in the wheel of fortune. It's a mandala of fate surrounded by the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, guardians of the threshold. The circle, the triangle, the square, all of them carry ancient meaning, found in pyramids, cathedrals, and mystery schools. Tarot holds these geometries not for style, but to resonate with your field. Veils, crowns, rivers, mountains. The veil behind the high priestess isn't just cloth. It's the veil between worlds, between your conscious mind and the mysteries that lie beyond. The crown on the empress, a triple moon symbol of divine feminine wisdom, the cycles of life, and lunar magic. The river in the star, the flow of intuition from the divine into the world. The mountain behind the hermit, the solitude required for true insight. These backgrounds aren't background, they are initiatory environments. You don't just read the card, you enter it. So next time you pull a card, don't ask, "What does this mean?" Ask, "What is this activating in me?" Because tarot doesn't teach you new facts. It helps you remember what you've always known through symbols, colors, codes, and patterns designed to awaken the inner mystic. You don't need to memorize. You need to feel and let the card speak its ancient language through the portal of your soul. You've been told the tarot is about telling the future. It's not. The tarot doesn't predict. It reflects. It's not a tool of fate. It's a mirror, and what it shows you is frequency. When you shuffle a deck, you're not invoking chance. You're tuning into your energy field, the electromagnetic, emotional, spiritual vibration of your entire being. Your thoughts, your fears, your intentions, your karma, all of it exists in your field, and tarot listens to that field. And what it brings forward isn't random. It's resonant. You don't choose the cards, they echo you. Ever pulled a card and felt like it was exactly what you needed? Ever seen a card appear again and again in different readings, different days? That's not coincidence, that's resonance. The deck isn't answering your question, it's revealing your state. You might ask, "When will I meet my soulmate?" But the cards respond, "Are you ready to be seen?" You might ask, "Will I get the job?" And the cards answer, "Do you believe you're worthy?" Tarot doesn't respond to what you ask. It responds to what you carry. The conscious mind speaks in logic, but the tarot listens to the vibration underneath. Your subconscious chooses first. The moment you reach for the deck, your subconscious, the vast inner world that remembers everything, is already at work. The hand may be random, but the pull is not. Each card you draw is a signal from the deeper self, surfacing what's ready to be seen. That's why tarot feels so alive, so intimate, because it bypasses masks. You can't hide from the cards, not because they're magic, but because they reflect what you're radiating. The deck as a multi-dimensional mirror. Each card reflects a part of you, not someone else, you. The Empress isn't just a woman. She may be your creative nature you've been suppressing. She may be your mother. She may be your longing to nurture yourself. The devil isn't a demon. He's your addiction to illusion, to comfort, to the false stories you tell yourself to avoid growth. The star, your hope, your light, your divine memory. The cards adapt, they morph, they reveal the angle of your awareness in that exact moment. Not a tool for answers, a portal for awareness. Tarot isn't here to give you answers. It's here to ask better questions. It's here to say, pause, look closer, feel deeper. It's not about what should I do, it's about what truth am I ready to face? And once you face it, everything changes. Because now it's in your field. Now it's in your awareness. And awareness is the first step toward transformation. The reading begins inside you. The real magic isn't in the cards. It's in your response to them. How does the card feel? What memory stirs? What resistance arises? That's where the reading begins. You could pull the Tower and feel relief. You could pull the Lovers and feel fear. The reaction tells you more than the interpretation, because the deck isn't speaking to your logic, it's speaking to your soul. You are not meant to worship the tarot. You are meant to engage it as an inner mirror, not to seek outside power, but to reclaim the power you already hold but have forgotten. Every reading is a reunion with a part of yourself you're finally ready to meet. So don't ask the cards for the future. Ask them to reveal what's already living within you, what's been trying to rise into light. Because you don't read the tarot, you read yourself through it. And the more honest you are with what you see, the more powerful the cards become. Not because they change, but because you do. The tarot is not outside you. It lives within you. Each card, each archetype, each symbol, they are not stories to study. They are frequencies to remember. You don't pull the hermit. You become the hermit. You don't draw the magician. You activate the magician within your body, your breath, your intention. Because tarot was never meant to be passive. It is not a deck. It's a mirror, a map, and a manual for activating your highest self. And when used with presence, ritual, and embodiment, it becomes spiritual technology. So how do you work with it not to read the future, but to reshape your frequency now? That's 1. Let the cards choose you. Don't just pull a card, let it call you. Sit in silence. Hold the deck to your heart. Breathe. Ask, what part of me is ready to awaken? Then draw. Notice not just what you pull, but how your body reacts. The chills, the tightness, the curiosity. That's your energy responding. That's activation. 2. Embody the archetype. Don't just study the Empress. Move like her. Dress like her. Speak with her grace. Sit in her sovereignty. Don't just admire the Chariot. Channel its will. Feel that solar plexus fire. Ask yourself, where in my life do I need direction, momentum, confidence? The Arcana aren't role models. They are reflections of aspects already within you, waiting to be remembered, honored, embodied. 3. Meditate inside the card. Choose a Major Arcana card. Place it before you. Light a candle. Breathe. Now imagine yourself stepping into the image. See the landscape around you. Feel the symbols. What do you hear? Who speaks? What part of your life is reflected here? This isn't fantasy. It's vibrational work. You are building neural and energetic bridges between the conscious and the archetypal. This is how the card rewires your field. 4. Journal the dialogue. Ask the card questions. Then let it answer through your pen. You'll be shocked by what comes through. It's not imagination. It's intuition in ink. Tarot is a conversation between your surface self and your soul, and writing becomes the bridge. Try prompts like, asterisk, if this card were my inner teacher, what is it trying to say? Asterisk, what part of me resists this archetype? Asterisk, where in my life do I already embody this energy? Clarity will come, not from the outside, but from within. 5. Ritual plus repetition equals realignment. The more you work with the Arcana, the more they begin to live through you. Create simple rituals. Asterisk, light a candle when you study a card. Asterisk, chant the number of the card like a mantra. Asterisk, place the card on your altar or carry it during the day. Asterisk, use crystals or oils aligned with the card's energy. Asterisk, speak the card's affirmations aloud daily. This is not superstition, it's energetic alignment. The more senses you involve, the deeper the imprint. You're not memorizing, you're remembering through embodiment. 6. Let the cards teach you who you are. You're not here to master tarot. You're here to master yourself, and tarot is the lens. If the tower keeps appearing, it's not a warning. It's a call to release what you've outgrown. If the Lovers follows you, it's not just about romance. It's about integration, the union of duality within. If the Star appears, it's not wishful thinking. It's your soul shining through your doubt. These are not symbols. They are soul blueprints. And once you begin to live them, they don't just speak. They guide. Because the Arcana were never meant to stay on the page. They are meant to awaken something inside you, to remind you that your life isn't random. It's archetypal. It's sacred. It's initiatory. You don't pull the cards. The cards pull you into who you were always meant to become. You were never meant to just study the tarot. You were meant to become it. Because the cards aren't something separate. They're a reflection of your path, your power, your process. They show you not who you're going to be, but who you've always been. The Fool wasn't born in a deck. He was born in your soul, every time you dared to leap without knowing what would catch you. The Tower wasn't drawn by an artist. It was carved into your life the moment something had to fall so your truth could finally rise. The world isn't an ending. It's a remembering of your wholeness, of your infinite nature, of the part of you that has never been broken, only buried. Tarot isn't magic because it predicts your future. It's magic because it reminds you of your origin. And your origin is divine. For centuries, the truth of the tarot was hidden, buried beneath dogma, disguised as entertainment, dismissed as superstition. Because if you knew what it really was, if you knew the power of symbol, the wisdom of archetype, the truth that lives in your own energy field, you would never again look for authority outside yourself. You would remember, you are the high priestess, you are the magician, you are the card, the key, the keeper, and the gate. The tarot is a map, but the path it leads to is you. And when you begin to walk it consciously, reverently, honestly, you don't just interpret the cards, you embody them. You live as the chariot, taking aligned action. You speak as the empress, birthing new realities. You rest as the hermit, trusting silence as sacred. You rise as judgment, reclaiming your calling. This is no longer about spreads and decks. This is about a living relationship between you and your own mythic self. So the next time you pull a card, don't ask, "What does this mean?" Ask, "What part of me is awakening now?" Because tarot isn't about finding answers. It's about activating awareness. It's not about knowing the future. It's about remembering the truth. And the truth is, the Major Arcana doesn't live in the cards. It lives in you. You are the seeker. You are the symbol. You are the story. And your soul knows exactly which card comes next.